Hey guys, and welcome back to Gran Turismo 4 Żółteks Only Challenge. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I highly recommend you watch those first. Anyways, I welcome you back to the world of Gran Turismo 4. Welcome back to Żółteks Only Challenge. Now, I don't usually release 2 episodes back to back, but since Terra asked so nicely, I guess I could do it this one time. But before I get on with the license tests, I first need to buy a car that I can use for MR Challenge. Because that's the very next event on our bucket list, and unfortunately we do not have an MR car yet. Perfect. An Elise Sport 190 is exactly what I need. And because I want to do a little planning ahead, I might as well also buy Sunny D's Honda today, which I'll be able to use for lightweight K-Cup. And hey, if that doesn't work out, at least we can use it in World Compact Car Cup. Anyways, now that we got the shopping spree out of the way, it's time to beat the International B license. And what can I say, the IB1 license was very easy to clear as it is literally just the first sector at Tsukuba. And so is the case for the IB2 license, where you have to navigate through the corner, which Nightdrive fucking hates after his recent video. I've driven on Suzuka a million times already, so this license test wasn't really a challenge. Not only that, but I somehow managed to get silver as well. Meanwhile, the IB4 license at Deep Forest was not challenging, but also nothing to write home about. And despite my reckless driving in the one-lap guide run at Costa di Amalfi, it was still pretty easy. And now it's time for the 2 worst licenses in Gran Turismo history. And don't worry, I do have video proof that I managed to beat them. Look. That's the IB6 license completed. Bruh. And now for the even more painful IB7. And no, you guys are not gonna force me into getting gold on this test. Moving on, the IB8 license with its square-ass roads of New York weren't even that challenging to begin with. And then I did the coffee break to prove that I'm not a pussy. And because I'm not like the other challenge run YouTubers, yeah, you get the point. Lo and behold, the most disappointing time on the 3rd coffee break. Anyways, the IB9 license at the tight section of Città d'Aria was really easy to clear, even if it did require a lot of precision. After that, the one-lap guide run at Hong Kong pretty much went as you'd expect it to. Not much else to say here. And then the dirt license was as easy as always. As for the IB12 snow license, not the easiest, but definitely not the hardest. The IB13 license, which was the final sector at El Capitan, was also easy, and I somehow managed to get a silver. IB14, more like, dear God, why did they use the exact same track for 2 licenses in a row? And the one-lap guide run at Città d'Aria couldn't have been easier. As for the graduation test, again with them using the same track twice in a row. Either way, I managed to clear it with no problem. And with that, let's see what I get as a prize car for completing the license. Oh my god, literally cry about it. Okay, now let's see my prize car. Bruh, are you kidding me? It's another concept car. Go collect dust in my garage. Anyways, with that taken care of, it's time to get into my Lotus Elise. And here it is, in all of its British sports car misery. I mean, it's not much of a misery in this game, but you get the idea. And before I forget... Anyways, it's time to beat MR Challenge now. The first race is at beginner course of all things. So let's see how I do. Starting off strong as I managed to instantly overtake the MR2 and bonk the Garaya off the road. And then I used some clean racing to overtake the white NSX. And the Esprit Turbo HC was no match for the Elise either. And as the second lap begins, I tried to do a dive bomb on the red NSX but failed miserably. And it also allowed the Esprit Turbo HC to overtake me too. But I easily managed to overtake it back. As for the red NSX, once I managed to catch back up to it, it was very easy to overtake it. Then on the third lap, I miscalculated the shortcut. Insert explosion here. But besides that, nothing really happened for the rest of the race, allowing me to easily secure first place and earn 2,000 credits. The second race is at Autumn Ring Reverse. Anyways, just like in the last race, I instantly overtook the MR2, and the same was true for the Elise Type 72 right in front of it. And as this corner went by, I managed to catch up to the white NSX. And then I overtook it. And right after that, I tried overtaking the green NSX but ended up overshooting this corner instead. And even though the white NSX overtook me, I easily managed to overtake it back. And then tried to overtake the green NSX again and succeeded this time. And also overtook the Esprit Turbo HC while I was at it, allowing the Żółteks team to take the victory yet again, and earned 2,000 credits as a reward. The third race is at New York. First corner, and I immediately tried to wall grind my way up the ranking but failed horribly at that. But that's okay, as I managed to overtake the NSX on this roundabout corner. And thanks to the speed I've built up on the said roundabout, I also managed to overtake the Speedster. Then after that, I tried wall grinding my way up the ranking again and succeeded this time, going from 4th to 2nd. That is, until the blue NSX smacked into me and caused me to lose a bit of speed. I didn't take that very kindly and decided to smack the NSX back. But unfortunately, it didn't drive into the wall like I wanted it to. And so I smacked it again on this corner and... well, at this point I'm not even surprised that sabotage never works. And because of me goofing around, I fell back down to 4th place in the ranking. And so I tried to wall grind this corner, but failed again. But luckily, it wasn't enough for the white NSX to overtake me back. And so, as I made it through the long straight into the second lap, I set my eyes on the target. Take that, you stupid blue NSX! And now I just gotta pray that Mr. Bluelock doesn't see this video. And so, I tried to build enough speed for the wall grind, but the Esprit Turbo HC just wouldn't get out of the way. Now, despite that, I still managed to easily overtake the said Esprit. And then after that, I just cruised to the finish line before any of the MRs caught up to me. And earned another 2,000 credits for winning. The fourth race is at Fuji Speedway. And all I had to do was hold the accelerate button and I already managed to climb all the way up to first place. Once again, they made the mistake of hosting this race on the 90s layout. But unfortunately for me, I miscalculated the shortcut. Insert explosion here, allowing the other cars to catch back up to me. But like I said earlier, this is the Fuji Speedway 90s layout. So I was very easily able to build a gap over them thanks to this shortcut just existing, securing another easy peasy win, and earning another 2,000 credits on top of that. The fifth and final race is at El Capitan. Anyways, as you are currently seeing, I am managing to overtake over half of my opponents before the first corner even comes around. And so, I tried to wall grind my way into first place, but unfortunately did not succeed. And so, I tried to overtake again and succeeded this time. I said I tried to overtake it again and succeeded this time. There we go. Blah blah blah, I just cruised to the finish line and won the race. And earned another 2 grand as well. But unfortunately, it's not enough for me to financially recover from the shopping spree yet. And yeah, that's MR Challenge. Anyways, let's see what I get as a prize car, even though I already know what I'm gonna get as a prize car, given I remember Streaks arguing with Mr. Bluelock about it. Yup. It's the Esprit Turbo HC that can't be blue nor yellow. Into the garage you go to rot away. Anyways, it looks like there's nothing stopping me from just instantly moving on to the next event, so let's go do that. By beating the awesomely named Elise Trophy. The first race is at Tokyo Route 246. So let's see how... Alright, I have a confession to make. You know, I was originally just planning to do this extra event to, you know, extend the video runtime and that would be it. And as you already know, nothing ever goes as planned in this world, so I ended up not actually beating the championship, you know? And what caused me to get even more mad is that I ended up in a tiebreaker with one of the opponents, and I actually ended up losing the said tiebreaker. Cause the game prioritizes AI over real players in tiebreakers for some reason. And being honest here, I was pissed. So much so that in the second attempt, I bought a Stage 3 turbo kit and nitrous for the Elise just so that the event would go by quicker and I would get it out of the way. And hell, I didn't even want to properly record the replays again. So yeah, if you hear a little attitude from my voice in the recording, that's because I was extremely pissed off at what happened. So there's that. Anyways, let's see how I did. Instantly, I used the power from the turbo and nitrous to get ahead of everyone. And being completely honest here, that's how things stayed for literally the entire lap, allowing me to earn a total prize of 7,500 credits for winning. The second race is at Autumn Ring Reverse. First off, I immediately used the nitrous to get ahead of these two Elises. And then once I got to the next braking zone, I managed to take the podium away from this one. Then after that, I overtook the Motorsport Elise and then bonked the other Elise to try to take some anger out on something. But even after I got overtaken by the two Elises, I managed to easily overtake them back. And then I once again took my anger out, this time on the Motorsport Elise. And then when the gray Elise overtook me back, I waited till this corner so I can bonk it into the sand trap. And then after that, I managed to instantly fly past the other Elises as the second lap began thanks to my nitrous, claiming another win for the championship, and earning my well-deserved 7,500 credits. The third race is at Special Stage Route 5 Reverse. I instantly started by using the nitrous so I can climb all the way up to third place. And then after failing horribly at doing the wall grinding attempt, I fell down to fourth place. And it did take me a bit to gain back the time I lost. And so, after overshooting this corner, I managed to properly beat this Elise, and then take the second place away from the Motorsport Elise, and then finally overtaking the gray Elise for first place. And so, after wall grinding this corner the way it was meant to be wall grinded, the gap between me and my opponents was bigger than ever. Either way, I won the race. And earned 7.5. You get the point. The fourth race is at Hong Kong. And before you say anything, I did not want to lose this goddamn race again, so I just qualified prior to actually doing it. Now, I know that's cheating in most cases, but I did not care at that moment. I just wanted to beat this god-awful race at this god-awful track. And I managed to do just that, allowing me to add another 7,500 credits into my pockets. And yes, me losing the championship in the first attempt resulted in me hating this track more than ever. And for the sake of not crashing out again, I am not gonna talk about it for much longer. And so I won, earned 7,500 credits for first place, and earned an additional 30,000 credits for winning the championship. And yeah, that's the Elise trophy. Okay, now that I actually won, let's see the damn prize car. That was not worth the effort. Go rot away in my stupid garage. And that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, I'm not in the right mood to say anything else. Just see you in episode 5.